I recently had two experiments published in the journal Cognition, where I describe how we're influenced when we observe rituals. Now, a lot of work has been done showing how we're influenced when we participate in rituals, so this shift in perspective gives us a different way of looking at the role rituals play in human culture. When we observe a ritual, we have a lot of trouble understanding why the actor is performing the actions, unless we're given context. And we also have trouble understanding how the actions are supposed to bring about a specific outcome. For these reasons, we thought ritual actions would make us think differently compared to ordinary actions. And we also anticipated that we would interpret ritual actions as social things, deserving of a specific kind of response. Here are the videos from the actual experiment. In the control condition, I performed ordinary recognizable actions, but the ritual actions are strange and can't cause outcomes. In the control, I pour normally into the glass, but the ritual involves some redundancy. Finally, I simply look at the glass in the control, but in the ritual, I bow to it. For context, participants were either told that the actions belonged to an obscure ritual tradition, or they were provided no information at all. When we asked participants whether the objects had changed as a result of the actions or the context, we found no effect. The objects were all the same. We did find, when we asked participants whether the objects had become special, that context made them slightly more than twice as likely to be special, but ritualistic actions made them nearly 3 times more likely to report they had become special. But the really cool bit is that when we gave people context, people were about twice as likely to desire those objects, but they were over 3.5 times more likely to desire those objects if they saw ritualistic actions. In our second study, we did everything exactly the same, but the context we provided was sinister. We told people the actions belonged to voodoo, satanic, or Wiccan traditions. We figured this would make people avoid the objects. We found, again, that rituals made objects special, just like the first study, and context made objects special, but slightly less than the first study. Ritual actions made people desire the objects again. The sinister context had no effect either way. We thought it would make people avoid the objects, but it had no influence. So we think that actions speak louder than words. Rituals change the way we think, and as a result, the way we behave. And even though no one thought any of the actions physically changed the object, it's clear a change did take place, but that change was in our heads. We made special attributions about the objects, which in turn changed the way we behaved. Now you should care about this because this is one of the first times anyone's looked at how observing rituals changes us. I care about this because now I have a bunch of questions about what the limits of this effect are, but more importantly, what the mechanisms are that bring it about.